In the soft early light of a Los Angeles morning on February 21st, 2026, the film world quietly lost one of its most enduring and likable presences when Robert Carradine, the actor whose gentle eyes and easy charm made him unforgettable in everything from Tarantino classics to beloved family films, passed away at the age of 72. There was no crash, no sudden violence on the road. Just the peaceful, private end after a long and private battle with complications from congestive heart failure that had been slowly taking its toll for years. His wife, Edith Merman, was holding his hand when he slipped away at home in the Hollywood Hills, surrounded by their children and the deep, steady love that had anchored him through every chapter of his life. The family released a simple, heartfelt statement asking for privacy while they grieved. Robert lived with kindness, humor, and an open heart. He loved his family fiercely, loved telling stories, and loved making people feel seen. We are heartbroken, but so grateful for every moment we had with him. As tributes continue to arrive from co-stars, friends, and fans who grew up watching him as the earnest, awkward Lewis Skullmeyer in Revenge of the Nerds, or the quiet, soulful Slim in The Long Riders, let's take a gentle, loving walk through the life of this remarkable man. From a Hollywood child born into a legendary family to a husband, father, and actor who chose heart over ego every single time. Robert Reed Carradine was born on March 24, 1954, in Hollywood, California, the youngest son of the legendary actor John Carradine and his second wife, Sonia Sorrell. He entered the world already carrying a family name that echoed through generations of American cinema. His father's towering presence in classic films, his brothers David, Keith, and Bruce all carving their own paths in acting. Yet Robert was never interested in riding coattails. He was gentle, introspective, and deeply kind from childhood, more comfortable behind the scenes or in small, meaningful roles than in the spotlight's glare. He made his screen debut at age 12 in the 1966 film The Secret of the Purple Reef, but it was the 1970s that shaped him. He appeared in small parts in films like The Cowboys, 1972, with John Wayne, Mean Streets, 1973, for Martin Scorsese, and The Long Riders, 1980, where he played the youngest younger brother alongside his real-life brothers David and Keith, a rare and beautiful family collaboration that still stands as one of the most authentic Westerns ever made. The role that made him a household name came in 1984 with Revenge of the Nerds. As Lewis Skullmeyer, the shy, brilliant, bespectacled leader of the Tri-Lambs, Robert brought a warmth and vulnerability that made the character instantly lovable. The film became a cultural touchstone for generations of misfits who saw themselves in Lewis's quiet courage and refusal to let the alphas define his worth. He reprised the role in 3 sequels, each time adding layers of maturity and heart. But Robert never let himself be boxed in by one character. He worked steadily for decades, playing everything from a doomed soldier in The Long Riders to a charming con man in The Player, a grieving father in The Right Stuff, and later guest spots on shows like How I Met Your Mother, Criminal Minds, and Grey's Anatomy. He was never the biggest star in a room, but he was often the most memorable because he always brought truth even to the smallest parts. In his personal life, Robert found his greatest happiness with Edith Merman, the woman he married in 1990 after years of friendship and shared laughter. Edith, a talented actress and voice artist in her own right, became his partner in every sense: creative, emotional, domestic. They raised 2 children together, daughter Amanda and son Everett. Robert was a devoted, present father, coaching Little League, attending every school play, reading bedtime stories, and making sure his kids knew they were loved beyond any spotlight. He spoke often of how fatherhood grounded him, how Edie's strength and humor kept him steady through the ups and downs of a long career. Their marriage was quiet, steady, and deeply loving. 2 people who chose each other every day, even when Hollywood tried to pull them apart. When illness came, Edie never left his side. Hospital rooms, late-night talks, holding his hand through every difficult day. Robert's lifestyle was warm, unpretentious, and deeply family-centered. He and Edie lived in a comfortable home in the Hollywood Hills. Nothing ostentatious, just a place filled with books, music, family photos, and the sound of laughter. He loved simple pleasures, cooking Italian food with Edie, watching old movies with the kids, playing guitar, and spending time outdoors. He was never one for the celebrity circuit. He preferred quiet dinners with friends, long walks with his dogs, and staying connected to the people who mattered most. His net worth at the time of his passing was estimated around $8 to $12 million, earned through decades of consistent work in film and television, residuals from Revenge of the Nerds and other hits, and careful financial choices. But Robert lived modestly, focusing on family, health, and giving back quietly to causes he cared about. The tributes that followed his passing have been overwhelming in their tenderness. Co-stars from Revenge of the Nerds, Robert Carradine, no relation, Anthony Edwards, Timothy Busfield, shared memories of his kindness and humor. Colleagues from every decade of his career remembered a man who was always generous with his time, always quick with a joke, always the first to check in when someone was struggling. Fans posted clips of his best scenes, tears mingling with laughter as they remembered how he made them feel safe, seen, and hopeful. At 72, after a life of love, laughter, and quiet courage, his departure feels too soon. Yet his work, his performances, his warmth, his ability to make every character feel human will live on forever. As we say goodbye to Robert Carradine, a husband, father, friend, actor, and one of the kindest souls ever to walk through Hollywood, we're reminded to hold our loved ones close, to laugh freely, and to live with the same open heart he always showed. Thank you, Robert, for Lewis Skullmeyer, for every quiet moment you made unforgettable, and for reminding us that the best performances come from the heart. Rest in peace. Your light continues. If this tribute to Robert Carradine's beautiful life, his unforgettable performances, and the love he shared with his family moved you or brought back cherished memories of his work, please like the video and subscribe for more heartfelt stories honoring the actors who made us laugh and feel. Your support keeps their legacies alive. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.